Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jackie Lee. Today on Healing from the Storm, we are going to look at what was I supposed to learn? So if you're looking back at an incident on your life, a chapter in your life, something that happened in your life, and you're like, what? What was I supposed to learn? Why did that have to happen like that? Or, why did that even have to happen? This message is for you. I do set the intention that these messages reach those who need them when they need them. However, it doesn't mean the entire message is for you. It just might be a portion of the message that you're meant to hear. So take what resonates and just leave the rest behind. Don't even worry about it. So we're going to look at what were you supposed to learn? Let's see. We want one card, please. What were we supposed to learn from that? What lesson were we supposed to learn? What were we supposed to understand? We actually got two cards. You can see one here, but we also have one on the ground. And okay. So we've got the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is balance, wisdom, emotional control. You've sort of gone through all the cups, and we've come to a spot where what other people do doesn't sort of affect you emotionally because you are healed, you are secure, you have that emotional wisdom, the emotional intelligence behind you. So when someone puts you down, you're like, I understand that that's about that person. That's about that person having insecurities. That's about that person not being a good person. That's about whatever that person's going through at this particular moment. That's about them and not about me, because I am fully sort of balanced within myself. I have this emotional wisdom, emotional security, emotional intelligence about me. So I'm not able to get knocked off by other people. I can see other people doing other things, maybe even doing negative things towards me, doing negative things towards other people, but I have an understanding of that's because they're not fully healed yet. They haven't made it to the King of Cups. And what they do is, as a result of not being a fully healed person, and if they were a different person, they wouldn't sort of interact that way, react that way, say those things, whatever it is. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, or Three of Coins in this particular card. And so when it's upright, the Three of Pentacles is all about collaboration, working together, making progress. Like we're sort of working to build something. You have one skill, I have another skill. We're going to bring our skills together and we're going to create something bigger, better. And when we have it upside down, it's like there's conflict, things, it's like poor workmanship, but like we don't work together. We're fighting when we're working together. So, it's not coming together because I want to do it this way and you want to do it that way. And we're both stubborn and we're both going to do it our own ways. And then things aren't working together, or you're not being recognized for the work you've put in, right? It's just this, we're not working together. And so I would say this lesson is sort of all was meant to be that when people aren't working together with you, when things aren't in cohesion, when you're not able to sort of like go be together and work together for a common cause, right? We're both on the same page. We both understand where we're going. We're both supporting and helping each other work to this common goal. That wasn't happening, but you had to understand that you need to be in your emotional balance, right? Just because this other person isn't emotionally balanced, or just because you're in conflict with this other person or not able to work with this other person, that you are still going to stay in your emotional balance. You are still going to be the person you want to be the person who you are, even though things may not quite be working with somebody else, even though you're not able to collaborate with somebody else, right? That's not about you. The fact that you and another person aren't able to work together towards a common goal isn't on you, because you have full wisdom, you have full understanding that this is just whatever. The dynamics don't work. Our personalities don't mesh. Our personalities clash and they don't mesh, right? we don't work good together, right? Having that understanding. So if this was a business partner, this lesson might be understanding that you and this business partner shouldn't be partners. You can't work together, right? And understanding that was a situation of the two of you. So maybe it's you're trying to make this business work, but you guys are just like on this. You're like this. You're not. You want it to be like this and moving forward, but it's actually like this and moving forward. And so you need that wisdom to be like, you know what, this partnership is not going to work because we're going like this. So you can go like that on your own, and I'll go like this on my own. But we need to, in order to have this sort of relationship, it needs to be someone else or a different situation. Like time needs to pass. I need to heal. You need to heal. Whatever it is. So that's what Spirit is trying to say, and that was a long rambling explanation, but we did have 2 cards, so it will take a little bit extra. But we will see what Spirit has to tell us today about what lesson was I meant to learn with the King of Cups and the reversed Three of Pentacles, or Three of Coins in this case with this card. So I'll get into my contemplation mode, I'll be quiet for a moment, and we will see where we go from here. You are learning the act of stability, the act of standing on your own 2 feet and moving forward. You now know who you can have in your life because they support you and help you move forward, and who should be removed from your life because they are not allowing you or assisting you in your path forward. You were meant to see who would stand by you and who would move on and ignore you. You can see who stands with you and who stands against you, or at least provides no support on your journey. This trial was meant to show you the weeds and allow you to remove them from your life. You are in a place where you can stand up for what is right and what is just and what you want, and allow all others to walk away or be shut out. You saw those who provided support, and now you can go forward with them and work together to ensure brighter futures for all. But you need to ensure that you don't try to drag others with you. Use your wisdom. Use your strength. Use your discernment as you move forward and move on from the storm to build a solid foundation for how you want your life structured. Love. All right, so what Spirit is saying is that you were learning the act of stability, right? Which is really the King of Cups. It's that emotional stability. I'm stable in, my emotions. I am at peace with my emotions. No matter what storm is going on around me, I am at peace with who I am and at peace with my feelings about myself and towards others. And so what Spirit is saying here is that you were supposed to learn this act of having your own stability within yourself, standing on your own feet, moving forward, right? We're not working well with others, right? That's what the reverse Three of Cups says. We're not working well with others. And so Spirit is saying that that's what this lesson was about, that you, regardless of others, can stand in your own stability, in your own balance, using your own wisdom to make your own choices. And you don't need to be dragging other people around, dragging other people with you who are not working with you, who are working against you, who are creating conflict, who are creating the project to fall apart because we can't work as a team, we're working independently, and therefore there's cracks in the walls all over the place. And so Spirit is saying that this storm that you went through is meant to show you that you can stand on your own 2 feet and that you don't need you don't need people in your life who aren't going to work with you, who aren't going to, have that apprentice journeyman relationship with you, who are just going to try and hurt you, or who are just going to try and create conflict, or who are just going to try and make what you're trying to create get destroyed because they don't like, what you're trying to create. They think you're doing it the wrong way. You're building a house and they think you should be building a mansion or, whatever, or you should be building a boat and you want to build a house. And so you're just on different pages. And so Spirit's saying that this whole storm you went through, this was all to see Who, oh wow, it always just jumps out at me when I start trying to think. Okay, so it was for you to see who stands with you and who doesn't stand with you. You went through this trial, through this tribulation, through this bad time, and there were some people that were there supporting you, helping you along the way, and there were some people who were like, no, not my problem, not my deal. I'm not going to be there for you. You were there for me, but sorry, I don't have time. I don't have the ability. I don't have the wherewithal to help you. And so Spirit is saying, now you have this decision to make. You went through this storm. You saw who supported you. You saw who worked with you. You saw who didn't. You saw who made things harder. You saw who didn't try and help you at all or who didn't support you at all. Like, you saw what happened. And so now is your time to examine your life, to look at what happened, and to take forward with you those who support you, those who help you. And of course, you're going to support and help them too. This is mutual. This is never one-sided, right? It's always mutual. So you're going to look around. You're going to see who deserves, who should come forward with me for my highest and greatest good. When I say should, I always mean highest and greatest good. So who should come forward with me in my life? Who should I bring along, and who can be left at the wayside? And this doesn't mean you're having a confrontation and being like, you're not coming with me. You didn't support me at all. It doesn't have to be like that at all. You can just allow people to fade out of your life. Oh, I had that friend who, when they were in the hospital, I did this and this and this, and I was there every day or every second day or once a week and made sure they had what they need. And then I end up in the hospital and they don't even bother to come visit me once. You don't need that person. And you can just let them fade out. It doesn't have to be like, no, you didn't come visit me, so I'm cutting you out of my life. You're not good. You're not working with me. No, we don't have to be confrontational like that. It's just, you know what? I'm going to focus over here. I don't have time over there for you right now because I'm over here focusing and being with and building something together with people who want to mutually support me, who want to mutually help me, who I help teach them, they help teach me. They give when I need, I give when they need. That's the relationships you're looking for. And whatever this storm was, it helped identify which relationships are good, healthy, free, supportive relationships and which ones aren't. And now is your time to only bring those people who support you along with you and leave everybody else behind. Otherwise, what happens? We just have to go through it all again. If you don't make these decisions and don't leave those who don't support you behind, you're going to end up in the exact same cycle, learning the exact same lesson again. And so this is your time. Leave those behind who aren't for your highest and greatest good. Bring those with you who are for your highest and greatest good, and just continue on your life. I hope this message helped you today as you go along, and I hope you understand why this storm was here, even though we don't like storms, and we're always like, the storm. But it does illuminate things a lot of times when you have these storms. So I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.